Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to Yeshiva YouTube. Today we're learning Maaser, Sheni, Perek Hey, Mishnayos Gimel, and Dal, Daily Double. Kerem Ravai, Mishnah Gimel says, Kerem Ravai, Beishamai Orim En Lo Chomesh. We started talking about Kerem Ravai. Some opinions hold Neta Ravai also. Any fruit tree has a dip of Ravai. Also, Ravai is the fourth year of the growth of the vineyard, or also the fruit tree, where you have to bring it to Yerushalayim or be poded and bring the money to Yerushalayim and eat it there. When you're poded, Beis Shammai says there's no chomish. Unlike Maaser Sheni, where you're poded, there is a chomish for the bialim. Here, there's no ein lo biur. Additionally, at the end of the year, the fourth year, you don't have to get rid of it. As opposed to Maaser Sheni, the end of the third and sixth year, you have to get rid of it, either eat it or physically throw it out. Beis Hillel omrim yeshlo. Beis Hillel learns the Gzera Shava Kodesh Kodesh. They learn Gzera Shava Maaser Sheni to Karam Ravai, and therefore the same halachas should apply to Maaser Sheni, namely that the owners, when they redeem it, have a chomish, have to pay a chomish, and there's beer applies to Karam Ravai also. Beis Shammai does not hold to that. They do hold you can be podeh because it says kodesh hilulim, and the Kari Be'at Gemara in Bracha says chilulim, that you are mechalala, you just don't add a chomish. Beis Shammai omrim yesh lo parad v'yesh lo olilot. Because Beis Shammai holds that it's not exactly the same thing as Maaser Sheni, we normally hold, the normative halacha is, we pass on like our mayor. Maaser Sheni is Mammon Gavohu, but according to Beis Shammai, we don't learn Gzera Shava Kodesh Kodesh, so Kerem Ravai we treat as Mammon Hedyot, and therefore it's like your personal crop, so therefore grapes have pared and olot, I think in Maseches Peah, which I did not start learning Mishnah Yomi at that point, but pared and olot are Maisos Ani that you give from grapes, if the cluster of grapes is not grown in the normal way, or things fall from the cluster of grapes, those are ma'asos ani. You leave it for the aniyim. The aniyim podin la'atzman. Aniyim have to be knowing at karam ravai. The aniyim take the paradinol out of the karam ravai, and they have to import it themselves and bring them on to Yerushalayim. Beisillah Kula Gabi Beisillah says no, that it, like Maaser Sheni, karam ravai is Mammon Gavoa. It does not belong to the aniyim. You don't have to give my nos aniyim. So you just take it and put it in the wine press and bring the wine to Yerushalayim, and you consume it over there. Dalit Ketzad Podin Neta Ravai. How are you Podin Neta Ravai? We'll see in a second why the Mishnah asked this question. Maniachas Asal. You take the bucket, let's say, of grapes, Alpi Shlosha. You evaluate the grapes based on three people who are assessing the value of the grapes. Because part of Kerem Ravai and Neta Ravai is that it requires work. The vineyard or the fruit tree, you have to, people watch over that no one steals it. You have to actually hoe the ground, develop it. Kerem Ravai already is mechuber b'karka, so it's talking about it's attached to the ground. As opposed to Maaser Sheni, which is already processed food and you're already taking off maestros. Here, at Kerem Ravai and Neta Ravai, it's still mechuber b'karka. So you have added expenses you have to pay to harvest it, to watch it. So that costs money. So you deduct that value. You need people to evaluate how much that actually would cost. You deduct that value, and the deducted value is how much money you have to put those grapes with. However much the basket of grapes is worth, deducting, right, the work that it takes to get it to that basket as processed grapes, you deduct that you do not have to pay the entire value when you're poded on the seller. Why that is, I will tell you in Ian Mitzion coming up next.